Journalism is the gathering, processing, and disseminating of news or information to an audience.
Journalists, I think, are super important, and I think that they really understand the written word. Quite frankly, they'll do anything to get a unique story. I think above all else, journalists should always look for the truth, and they really become an advocate for those who really can't speak or talk for the public.
Just have to think about, do people need to know this? And not that I'm not a censorship person, but I don't know if we all know everything all the time, if that's useful.
I think it's hard for a Christian to become a journalist due to the fact that the public doesn't want to hear the truth about what God has to say. And if you write those things in your reporting, you will not find a career. There will not be anybody that will accept that.
Research has shown that lawyers, politicians, journalists, and advertisers have some of the least respected professions out there, with less than a 25% honesty rate.
Journalism is supposed to seek truth and report it. It's supposed to minimize harm, act independently, and be both accountable and transparent.
True means you have to tell the truth on purpose. Because if you don't tell the truth, that means you're lying.
Professional rooted in strong values should thrive and attract those who want to influence and make a difference. But the strong negativity of its ethics and standards is discouraging people like me from the field.
Paul writes, "There is one body and one spirit, just as you were called to one hope when you were uncalled. One faith, one Lord, one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all." If I believe God is in all areas of life, how can Christians live and work in such a challenging field?
Many journalists in America are self-serving and individualistic. They invade privacy, tamper with quotes, select only certain stories and information that confirm their biases, and are basically arrogant, defensive, and self-righteous.
You really need to think about, who am I going to hurt with this story? Who am I going to harm with this story? Is the harm ultimately worth what we're going through?
Because of the two greatest commandments, love God and love your neighbor as yourself, Christian journalists take a risk and sacrifice a lot of influential and hard-hitting stories if it compromises the privacy and respect for their neighbor.
Without a moral compass and belief in the facts and in the truth, journalism crumbles at its core of being objective, truth-telling agents.
Journalists are then not watchdogs nor servants to the public, but are bloggers of feelings, emotions, and personal experiences.
Lines are blurred and ethics are constantly being questioned in the way decisions are made in journalism on a daily basis about what is newsworthy, source credibility, investigative tactics, setting the agenda, and objectivity.
Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life."
Truth-telling is journalism's most defining quality and is a characteristic of God and Jesus Christ.
As believers, if we're to seek Jesus and pursue the truth in our spiritual lives, we should also do the same in our professional lives.
John 8:32 says, "Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free."
The truth should be pursued because there is freedom in the truth.
I think people who love Jesus should tell stories.
Because a Christian journalist is a storyteller with a purpose.
I think a Christian journalist should be truthful and honest and not be afraid to convey their faith.
They are objective in their storytelling.
Christian journalists need to be truthful, honest, and loyal to their biblical mandate.
Christian journalists need to be authentic, honest, and unapologetic.
Christian journalists should speak truth and seek justice.
The goal of journalism is to contribute to society in a positive and meaningful way. Even if you're delivering negative news, you're informing people to make change for the better.